Oh, that would have been great.
Yeah. But they have to drive to Maine after this trip, and they're
Oh, wow.
worried about it. You know,
Yeah.
they have to get it fixed.
I totally get it.
And Antonia is gonna hopefully try and call in if she could, the one about the heal people, heal people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
She's gonna try
Okay,
and
that's
call
cool.
in.
That's super cool.
Elvis and Jesus, my personal heaven.
Oh,
See?
Okay.
what's the number to call in so I could put
It's
this
on there, you say it?
Oh, okay, yeah,
807-2492.
You have a bathroom?
Hmm?
Bathroom?
Yep. Through that door, straight all the way through, you'll see a door to the left on the side of the one you came in. Yep.
Just stop because we share what we do.
Yep. Okay, there we are, guys. Now I'm gonna make it public and I'll share it on your walls. That's why I wanted you to accept my.
Oh,
friend
okay.
I couldn't friend request you. Are you that private, baby?
I think, but
You
it's
private?
Yeah, you wouldn't. It wouldn't even allow a person to friend request you.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you should check your settings.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Carmela. We're going to be starting in about 15 minutes, guys. Great show tonight. Gino, Danny helped me with this last time.
What do you want me to do?
All I want to do is...
What do you need?
hold on. Let me... wait. Don't worry yet. Hold on 1 second. See if this works. So I have to make it public. There it is. Got it. Now I can share, babes. Alright. Now I'll share it on your walls, okay?
Okay.
Gino, can you please get me 2 napkins? My nose is itching. And I don't want, like, all of a sudden, I'll have to use his shirt.
Maybe I should get one too.
Alright, bring a few napkins in. Spell your name, sweetheart.
RAHSAN.
R-A-H-S. Yep, there it is. Right. Wait, R-A-H-S?
Yeah.
Yeah.
SAN.
It's not letting me find you. Why?
And you put RAHSAN.
I'm going to show you. On a friend's timeline, R-A-H-S-A-N, right?
And you
It's not
put
letting me find you.
RAHSAN.
I'm going to show you. All right, on a friend's timeline. Hold on. Let me go into R-A-H-S-A-N, right?
And you
not
put
letting me find you.
RA.
Frederica right there. That's weird. All right. Ricardo, get the video off of your wall and share it to him, please.
The video? Oh, yours?
The
Okay.
show. It's on your wall. It won't let me do it.
Want me to do it, Jared? Share it?
Rashawn,
Find the shirt. You,
I have it. No.
Oh, we live already. I didn't know we was live yet.
you lied.
I know.
Yes, hello everybody out there.
People watching this.
Alright, so
Crazy. Share it to him. It won't let me.
I'm trying to figure out how to share it to you.
You don't know how to share from yours?
From the live video. No, I've never shared the
Oh,
live
hold on.
before.
Hold on, kids. Isn't that weird?
You click on it and then it say share.
Oh, you click on it?
Well, go
Oh, right there.
But you can share it.
Oh, it's not. No, it's letting me.
Look, I'm putting napkins here, guys, if anybody needs them, okay? Because it looks silly on that table. Here.
Okay. I don't think it's letting me do it.
All right, I'm on your page. It's your page.
Do you see it on his page?
No, I see it on your page.
All right, so share it to you and see what happens. I want it to be on your wall so your friends can see it.
You got it on yours, Fred?
Yeah, I put it on Fred's. It worked.
Gary, you interested in
I just shared it.
interviewing Jake Beauty Tanuda, comedian?
I don't know if I have any
I
open.
just sent a link to you.
All right.
How do you?
I look.
I was trying to share it on our Hurt People page. Is that hard to do it?
No.
So that way I don't have to go live?
And so look.
Like, how could I share it on Hurt
So look. Share. Right post. I'm not sure if it'll let me do it. Share to Facebook. Let's see. A group? Is it a group or a page?
Is it page, right? Facebook, yeah, it's a page, I think.
You have to do it then from yours. It won't let me because I'm not part of it. Your page should be there if it's a page. Share to. Put group. See if it works with group to you. Now put hurt people up there. Isn't it your page?
Yeah. I'm so, like, I don't know. Ray, you know how to do it? To the page? Can you share it to the, you shared something.
I'll share what you do. Try sharing the group.
That's what, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to share it on the Hurt People page. That way I don't gotta go live.
You're not even popping up.
It's not popping up for you?
It's not popping up.
I don't know why I don't have it.
We just share it on your page. You can still go live on your regular page.
Yeah, I was just trying to make it easier, but
Well, can you do it this way then? Listen, can you make me a part of that page? Add me to the page?
I think you are added. I think, yeah, 'cause let me see.
So how, Gino, how would I add it to? Let me try something.
I have the code, I got you. I can add it to any page if they let me.
Tell
page do you
hurt
want it?
people, hurt people.
What page do you want it on?
The Hurt People, Bitter and Broken page.
Let me see if I can get it.
All right, there you go. I'm gonna share it to Antonia.
Okay.
It's letting you?
We'll see.
All right. That would be cool if it did.
Allow me to post it. Refresh it and see. It should be here.
Yep.
Yep, it's there.
Thank
You
you.
got it, see? Okay.
Cool.
All right, pass this down, but you can't read it, so keep it this way in front of you. That's yours.
Oh.
That's his. And I'll
It's a
read
new
off of
one?
this one. Huh?
It's a new one?
It's like I added some stuff to it about each of the characters. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, little something about each of the characters. I gotta turn your volume down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah, co-host.
me turn this on. So cool.
This is really cool, right?
Right. Oh, it's cool because you get to watch it. How's the job?
Good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's coming along.
Yes.
That's
Put that
great.
in your shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Good now.
We have to look professional. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just an ass is behind us, but we have to look really professional.
Oh, right.
Hey guys, see what's happening. So, Melanie Jones. Hey girlfriend. Hey Phil Gould. Hey Vicky. Hey Bill. How you doing, baby? I won't see you tonight at poker. Hooney Bach is watching. Hey, 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 Hooney. He's got an awesome show on Beverly Nation, guys. Yep. Couple minutes and you'll hear my theme song.
Cool. It's catchy too. This song's so catchy.
Oh, it's catchy, all right. Hey, Hayward.
Oh, who's this?
Hey, guys.
What? That is live? Oh, while we live, it is, we're still, oh yeah.
Well, it's what you told us to do.
Phil, what are you trying to ask me? Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah, you heard me?
William, Saunders, Bridget, hey guys. Phil, what's your question? Can you hear us okay, everybody?
So I guess this one is different from over here, right? This one is more like now, and that one is more.
Yeah, there's a delay here.
Oh, okay.
One more minute, guys, and you'll hear the theme song. Oh, okay, Phil, because look at under your name, it has 3 question marks. I didn't know what you were saying. Thanks, Bridget. You could hear us? Okay, good. Bridget, you're going to love this show. These young people are actors, and they're in an amazing series called Hurt People, Hurt People. And this young man right here, my guest co-host tonight, wrote the series.
Yay. I think I'm just sending the link to the episode. I think I'm going to put that link to the episode over, I guess this one. First episode.
And then once you do that, no phone. You know what I mean? You can keep it on, but you don't
Yeah, okay.
Beat you,
This
child.
just
Beat you,
happened.
child.
Like, I don't know what.
Are we ready? All right. We're going to do the theme song now, guys. We're going to start. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is really true, is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Love's the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show on HamiltonRadio.net. So, everyone out there who knows me knows I'm the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. Guys, check out this book because, unfortunately, everyone out there has either struggled with some kind of an addiction or know someone who has. The book is only $10. You can find it on Amazon, anywhere, barnesandnobles.com. All proceeds, guys, go to help people. All proceeds, okay? That's first and foremost right there. That's what we want to do here at Hamilton Radio. And we used to have a link. Gino, do we still have that link with Amazon? We're going to get it again? Okay. So anyway, guys, check out my book. I'm Not an Addict. I'm Just an Ass for that. A few things are happening. Amazing things are happening. 2 other networks have picked me up, guys. I'm on. Yeah, so cool, right? Give myself a hand. Woo! God is so good.
Congratulations.
PANJ Radio out of Lambertville, New Jersey. Rob Bell, love you, man. He's the owner. I'm on one Wednesday a month, the first Wednesday of every month, 3 p.m. You guys were there.
Yes, we were there.
Wasn't
right,
it awesome?
Yes.
It was awesome.
Amazing.
They were my guests.
Yes.
Okay.
So nice.
And every other Monday, I was on this past Monday, so in 2 weeks from this past Monday, guys. Beverly Nation Radio, Talk Shoe Radio. They've nicknamed me the Jersey Jewel. I went from being the ass to the Jersey Jewel. Imagine that, okay? Brother O, I love you. Mwah. Thank you so much for having me on your network, okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So a lot of great things are happening. God is good, guys.
God is good.
So tonight, let's talk about tonight. This show is going to be very, very enlightening, and I have a guest co-host tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hi, everybody out there. My name is Ricardo Rasan, and Rashad, I'm sorry, and I'm the director and the creator and also actor of the series Hurt People, Bitter and Broken. It's on YouTube, so check us out.
Okay. Talk a little louder. So tell everybody where you're from.
So I'm originally from Trenton, New Jersey. So yeah.
And what you do now.
So right now, on the daytime, I'm a teacher, and by night I work at a group home, like kind of like a home health care type of thing. And then my passion is the arts.
Okay. So this beautiful lady next to him, introduce yourself, sweetheart.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Frederica Wilson.
And you're in the show. Tell
I'm in the
everybody.
show Hurt People, Bitter and Broken.
And what's your character name?
My character name is Summer Spears.
Okay. And the gentleman next to her.
Whoop, whoop, the star.
Hello, my name is Rasan Nak, and I am from also Trenton, and I play Bashir.
Okay. So, guys, I wrote a poem for you. I'm going to read it. Okay. Hurt people, hurt people. Ricardo Richard is this young man's name. Hurt people is his claim to fame. These words I live by, I quote them so much when helping to heal the lives that I touch. This series is right on with everybody's pain. Being bitter and broken can sometimes lead to gain. Ricardo's character, Omari, a single dad who likes to drink. The two live with his mother who tries to make him think. Janine's role is elite. A great mom she is to him. She really tries her best, but her light will slowly dim. Braylon, who plays Chase, Omari's son, is only 6. Elite sometimes feels torn, their relationship she tries to fix. Chase is a daddy's boy. He cries out for dad's love. Grandma cries to God for a miracle from above. Frederica's role is Summer, a broken gal she is. Rashawn, who plays Brashear, she thought her love was his. Poor Summer lost her baby and needed him to hold. Brashear is also struggling. His faith is hot and cold. Brashear's dad's a pastor. Andre plays Pastor Jay. Like a Pharisee, he preaches, which makes Brashear's faith sway. Valerie, who plays Bree, who's Summer's only friend, also betrayed her too. Her life she wanted to end. Bree's life wasn't smooth, misguided and lost is she, so in her sad defense, a true friend she couldn't be. Tiffany plays Jordana. Is that right? Jordana. Her shoulders made of steel. All her friends can count on her friendship being real. Sometimes the strongest people will also have heartache. Just because they're loyal doesn't mean their heart won't break. Keon plays Jordan. Archie plays Corey. The two of them are brothers. A loving connection to be. Jordan's only 11. Corey is left with the pain. Losing his little brother, heartache, too hard to refrain. Hurt People series is a series we all should see. Bitter and broken is reality. Whether rich or poor, you ain't free. We've all been broken at times. If not, then human you ain't. But if you can grow from your pain, helping others will make you a saint. When people are mean and not nice, maybe a smile from you they might need. Lending a helping hand or bringing food to someone to feed. This life here on earth is a test. The real place is heaven or hell. Jesus said upon the cross, it is finished, now go and tell. So my job here today is to help and lead the way for others who may not believe, by some who came to deceive. People who have been hurt sometimes don't know how to not only love themselves, but show love to me and you. Me and my friend named Antonia would love to be in your show. Just one episode, please. Healed people, healed people. Let's go.
Okay.
Healed people, guys.
Hey. Wow, that summed up the whole series.
It did.
So beautiful.
Okay.
By the way.
So, the
Wow.
floor is yours. You're the co-host. Let's see what you got, baby.
Yes. So, I wanted to just personally, just thank these two talented people over here, Frederica and Rasan, just for just entrusting me and just believing in me and just, deciding to be a part of it. I know the series wouldn't be, it wouldn't be what it is without you guys. So I just wanted to first, just say thank you guys for being a part of it. Just a little inside, I guess I'll say scoop or whatever. Yesterday was like the first day of practice for season 2. So it was literally just a blessing. I felt like just to get everybody together and
There's the camera looking there.
just to get everybody together. It was just a blessing. And it just really felt good. It was like, like that first day of school, you see everybody and, so it just really, really felt good to just kind of relive a dream again, So anybody out there that has a dream, no matter what, no matter where you come from or where you are, that you can do it. All you got to do is believe in God first and believe in yourself that you can make it happen. So I want to tell you firsthand that no matter what it is, that you could do it. I got a question for Rasan. What if, and I want to say this or whatever, I was one of those people growing up, really didn't have much. If I can't speak, I don't want to speak for everybody, but we kind of grew up in an urban city, grew up in the hood, so to speak. And you have sometimes these aspirations to do things, but sometimes you lack resources. So for me, I remember being that kid, and I feel like all of us, being that kid, sitting with our family, watching Moesha, watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, watching Martin, and you look at these different shows of different black families, the Cosbys, and you just like, sometimes you're like, I would want to do something like that, or I want to be on TV, or but you don't always know how to go about it. So my question is to Rasan, and if Frederica, if she will let it answer, what would you say to somebody out there that's just really stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and they're really in their heart, they really might want to act, or they might really want to chase their passion, whether it's acting, whether it's rapping, whether it's writing, but they kind of feel like, you know what, I don't know if this is going to happen. My family's telling me just to go to college, or maybe I should just do this job because I have money, you know, just to survive. Like, what would you tell that person that's, you know, that's probably watching, that's like, I really want to be an artist, but I'm struggling with reality and a dream. So like, what would you tell them?
I would still say shoot for it. Open yourself up. I would say
Talk to the camera. Talk to everybody out there, son.
open yourself up, and I would say believe in yourself. And that's one of the first things you have to do is believe in yourself. Even, you know, if someone doesn't condone it or someone doesn't like it, sometimes you can just go around it. You know what I mean? Still do what you have to do. It would, I guess, what the family wants you to do a little bit. You know what I mean? But still do you. Do your thing, I would say. And, you know, you just have to have confidence behind it also. Because you have to, you know, at least persuade and let who doesn't understand, show them a way to understand. And then probably most likely they will be on the same team as you, I would say.
Wait, I have to say something to you about that. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
No, that was really amazing what you said, because that's key. Because, you know, even the way I grew up Italian, I mean, we grew up in a strict Italian family, and my family could not deal with me being the way I was.
Right.
But your attitude is so much better. So how do you get, like, what thought process do you go through? Maybe you can help someone out there. How can they get their family on board? Help them understand how.
I would say personally start with some things that can relate to them to help them better understand, because if you don't do that, that's kind of you just being selfish in your own way.
Okay.
You know, so it's best to branch out and let them know that you understand and you see some things, you know, some things that they like. And if it has something to do with acting, maybe play them, you know, act like them.
That's so
And
cool.
then, you know what I mean? And that would be a thing that, okay, well, they probably have something there, and it catches their eye, I would say. You have to get their attention.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Wow.
Yes.
I saw your series, of course. Okay, the whole entire thing.
You saw the whole thing?
Saw the whole
So
thing.
Cool.
I love it. Okay, this guys, the series is awesome.
Yes, you guys
Series
gotta check
is
it
awesome.
out. Definitely, you guys definitely got to check out all the episodes. We've taken. I wrote this series in 2016, and we premiered it 2018 because we recorded all of 2017. It was a process, but
You know what? Leave it like this and this way so they can see your face.
okay. So
Here.
I want to know, like, what do you? It was this scene, right? I don't want to tell a series, but to me, if I don't know if you said you seen episode
Yes.
8, it was a scene that I really felt like I had put on a post up, and I was just like, then the Oscar goes to Russ on up, because it's the scene in episode 8, and it's dealing with, of course, choosing to live or die. You know, we all have those moments where life definitely gets hard. We all have those moments. You can't escape it. You
That's
know,
right.
race, religion, nobody. And I felt like this scene, it was so beautiful. It was sad. It was emotional. It was tense. And I know when I was talking to Rasan just recently, he was saying it was literally draining. And the reason why I felt like the scene was so powerful, because, and it really showed the range of where he's going and why he's so talented, is because I think that day, like, Rasan had the flu and he was literally sick, you know, and that was the only scene we needed to do to wrap up the season. And he was just like, you know what, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna be there. So we actually shot like 3 scenes that day, but his was the one. And I remember going off script and like being, when you first start something, you just like, we gotta stick to it. But it was so beautiful. And I remember the guy, the co-director, he was just sitting there like, Richard is, and I'm just like, let him go. You get what I mean? Like, let him go. Like, this is his moment. And I remember just sitting there, and I remember like my father and my stepmom, and they were just like amazed, like, oh my God, like people thought it was surreal. It was like they about to call the cops around here because it was so real, like,
Awesome.
and it was so powerful. And like, just can you just tell me like what was going on in that scene, and what were you thinking at the moment for it to just be such a powerful scene? Like, how did you where did you come from? Like, what kind of experiences did you draw from?
I actually took some experiences from basically growing up, not
Okay.
being understood, you know, stressing, upon, families or friends, you know what I mean, your issues in regular life. And that's why I pulled it from, like, this struggles that I went through, or even struggles that I seen my friends go through, or family members. So it was really like moments I had in my head that was just bubbling, and it was all just coming out. And then I told you again, once I was finished, it just I was overheated. Like I needed some ice and something to drink
hot that
afterwards.
day. It was really, really hot, but it was really, really powerful. I believe in, I don't know if you guys believe in, I believe in, like, when something is meant to be, it's going to be. And the reason why I say that, and I say this in every interview, for people that don't know, I met Rasan maybe 3 years ago at work, and Frederica was there, like, we already had a cast. So we was getting ready, to start recording, and a relative of mine, and Frederica, shout out to her, she was just like, this person ain't gonna work. You get what I mean? But I'm just like, just hoping. But she was just like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. So basically, make a long story short, it didn't work out, but it was okay because, Rasan kind of was like an angel, and he just came in and he did a good job. So I kind of felt like it was meant for him to be a part of this series. It was meant. So shout out to him. And what I wanted to say was, I wanted to ask Fred, is the scene that she does in episode 1, right? And I just wanted to say shout out to her because she killed it. My aunt, who was dealing with losing the loss of a child, she said she could definitely identify. She told me this the other day. She was like, Fred got it.
Wow.
She was like, Frederica got it. And I always tell Frederica's my cousin, by the way, for those who don't know. I always tell her, like, when we all was doing it and we was all starting and we was doing the practices, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I don't know if people are going to believe this. But one person I feel like her talent was so undeniable. You get what I mean? Like, everybody was like, yo, Frederica could really do this. You get what I mean? Like, it was that captivating just to see her just take whatever it is she was going through, or maybe not, just to be that good and just bring it. So I think when we was sitting in her apartment one day and she was originally supposed to play Brie, she was like, I want to play Summer. And I'm just like, you want to play Summer? And she just did such an amazing job. I was just like, it's just your part. Like, it's your part. So can you tell me, like, what, like, when you was going through that scene, like, where did you pull from the scene? So basically, the scene is, for you guys that don't know, is in episode 1. She had lost her child, and she's really mad at the world. She's mad at God. She's mad at everybody, and she just delivered like a breathtaking, performance. So where do you think you were, like, at that moment?
Wait,
Like,
I have something to say about that first, because when I saw the scene, and I did not know she lost a child, I didn't know anything yet. It was in the beginning when I was watching it.
yeah.
All I was thinking was, what the heck is this woman mad at? She's
Okay.
mad at the world.
Right.
And then, like, so
Yeah.
you just described exactly what I was thinking watching her.
Right. Is she holding the baby cloth?
You
Is
know?
she? Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So, like, what was going in your mind when you was doing that scene? Like, where did you pull from?
I just pull from from within to really sit there and try to understand what that would be like for a mother to lose a child. You carried your child the full term, and to lose it, that had to be heartbreaking.
Right.
So I just tried to pull from that,
Yeah.
and that's how the scene came out.
And I think for
Wow.
me, it was so beautiful because, like, I have people where, like, a girl had just lost a child at my job, and she was like, when I seen this and I seen Frederica, I was almost in tears. You get what I mean? Because it was so real.
It was very real.
It was real. You get what I mean? So I just thought it was just something that was needed, and you get what I mean? And so talk to me about some of the other scenes, like, you felt like in the series. Is there anything else that you felt like you did that really, other scenes that you really felt like you really liked it, or something that you really feel like you could have did better or worked on or anything like that? Yeah.
Well, for me, I wasn't really feeling none of my scenes, but I keep hearing otherwise. I don't know. I'm just like I try to make everything perfect. So this is just like a new learning experience for me. So, you know, I'm just rolling with the punches and trying to see where it goes from there.
You
What
know,
about
I
you,
want
Miss-
to I want to say something about hurt people, guys. What they've done to me is unbelievable because, you know, when people are rude or not nice, right, or angry, you tend to want to strike back.
Mhm.
But hurt people every day. You know, people don't just want to strike at you. There's real pain and hurt inside of them.
Right.
So tell everybody about that and like what motivated you to want to write the series. Like, um, t- I guess what I want you to share with everyone is to get them to understand that they're not alone
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have to be in pain.
Right. I really feel like it's a choice. Do you guys agree? Like, being hurt is just something that's just, I feel like it's gonna happen. We all human. We all are having different type of experiences, in life, and we never know what somebody's going through.
That's right.
Just the other day, like it's some times where I might talk to Rasan. Like the other day, we just sat in the car and we talked, and he vented and told me some things he was going through. Or times where me and Frederica just sit and talk, and we never really know like what each other's going through. And sometimes where you could be mad or upset at somebody and not know. So I think hurt people, bitter and broken. Just to sum it up, the series is about basically understanding and identify that you're hurt, you're identifying that you're broken, you're identifying where that source of pain comes from, and you're identifying and realizing that when you're hurt, you hurt other people, whether it's intentional or unintentional. I think the thing about life, and especially with social media, I always say like social media is really like living in a matrix. Because if you go on social media and you look at a lot of different things, you will really think that people's life is really perfect. And I think that I have friends and I know people, and a lot of women I feel like are very insecure about their bodies because you look to social media. You get what I mean? So it's just like, what I've realized is you don't know what that person went through to get that body. You don't know if this person almost died on on the table to get it. So it's just that I'm realizing everybody deals with some type of insecurity. You get what I mean? Every like some type of pain. So like I said, to go back to what I was saying, it's just about realizing that you hurt and and you hurting other people, and it's just about basically sometimes getting help, and realizing, what, like if I'm hurt, I need to do something with the hurt. Either I'm gonna talk about it, or I'm gonna do other things that's not gonna, get me to where I need to go. And one time when me and Frederica was talking about, when you go through things, sometimes you feel like nobody else has gone through what you went through. So you just kind of feel like nobody understands. And what's so crazy is, and that's what I wanted to say, I seen this video the other day, and it literally broke my heart. Basically, it was this guy who was dealing with mental illness, and I started realizing like how serious mental illness and how important it is for us people all around the world to take care of your mental health. And we don't realize how important it is to take that time out for yourself, just to breathe, to woosah. Take time out to go, even sit and get your feet clean, or get a massage, or sit out and pray or meditate, and just take that time just to,
Yep.
Everybody needs that. And I was sitting here watching this video of this guy who was 39 years old, I think he was a basketball player at the UCLA, and he was just making a video basically telling everybody he was ready to end his life and all the people he hurt. And he was just saying how he had a decision, how he felt like he lived a life of sin, and how he did so many people wrong, and how so many people wanted to help him. But I feel like even in a decision like that, and that's why it was so relative to the scene that Rasan did, where he literally had I don't want to say too much because I want y'all to watch it, but he had to make a decision just like most of us, even in life, whether we have a knife to our throats physically, spiritually, psychologically, emotionally, or mentally, like you have to decide whether am I gonna live or I'm gonna die. So you have to make a decision, and understand, like I said, living in an imperfect world, living in a broken world, you're going to go through things, but it's about what you do with that pain. And what I realize is when you do face pain, and I'm not an expert at hurt people, like sometimes I have to check myself, like sometimes I get mad, like even on the way here, I'm trying to get here and people just drive and I'm like, come on, like you get upset, you get road rage and you not realize like, you know what, like I don't know what this person going through.
That's right.
I don't know, and you're not realizing. So I'm not an expert, but what I realize is that the pain, it either is going to draw you closer to getting healed, or it's going to make it worse, and it's going to bring a wedge in that. So I think it's really up to the individual whether you say, you know what, like it's unfortunate that guy decided, you know what, I'm going to end it, or you're going to decide like Bashir and his scene that said, you know what, despite my shortcomings, despite how I feel, despite how I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, in this moment right now, I'm going to choose to live. And what I wanted to say was, even in that decision where he wanted to decide to end it, even when he was having dreams in the beginning, when you watch the series, it opens up with him on the bridge. It was already manifesting emotionally before it even happened physically. And I want to say is we all have to protect our minds. It all starts in your mind.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Yes.
Because you are absolutely 110% correct.
Yes, it all starts in your mind. And when you look at the scene and it opens up, it's so powerful because it's all of these different phrases, and it's all these different things. It's like, don't be a prisoner of your mind, and we're broken and we're hurt, and he's just all of these things and words are just whispering in his ear. And in the beginning, it's just like where you think is going to be over. Like, I felt like in the well, I don't want to say too much. Well, I can say the season's been out for almost a year. In the first part is like almost of a dream where he literally felt like he wants to end, and that's when he wakes up. But I think a lot of times in those situations, it's like we feel like we're in a dream. We feel like it isn't real, and that goes back to, like I said, about you feeling like you're not the only person. So to go back to the episode 8, he needed somebody else. Sometimes we need somebody else to be like, you know what, you ain't doing the best that you can be. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes you need somebody to pull you up out of what you're going through. You get what I mean? And that's why I was telling my friend Seiki, it's so important to have accountability, a partner, no matter what that is. It's so important to have somebody that's just want the best version of who you are, that wants the best for you physically or spiritually, or just wants the best for you to be like, you know what, I see you're not doing the best that you can. Let me love on you, because I realize now that I'm growing up, it's not what you say but how you say it.
So I want to tell you, I'm going to give a shout out to someone. You have a very famous person watching this show tonight, guys. You have a legend, him and his wife, okay? Ken and Cindy Brady are watching this show. Ken Brady, okay?
Hi.
His yep, the original Casinos in the 60s. The song is in the Hall of Fame. Then You Can Tell Me Goodbye. Okay, they are watching your show, guys.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yes, so yes, it's just about making a decision, and like I said, accountability is important. And what I realized when I was talking to one of my cousins, he was just like, "Oh my God, you're positive," and I think it's just energy is everything, and who you are around is everything. And sometimes when you're around negative energy, it seems to suck you dry. And it's just about everyone or whoever that person out there. It's about you making a decision. It's just basically if you want to live or die, whether that is emotionally or spiritually or just physically. You have to make up in your mind, where do I want to go from here? Do I want to be free? Do I want to be happy? The last episode was called Free, because it's just like in one of my scenes where it was with Amari, I felt like it got to a point where he had to make a decision. Like we all have that one thing where it's just like it's too much. So I feel like with Amari, nothing else was shaking him. And just like with my character, you guys out there, my character is an alcoholic. I wrote about it. My best friend dealt with it. I've been around it. My family, certain family members. So I grew around it. So I know what it looks like, what it sounds like. So it was very important for me to touch on it. And I felt like it was nothing that was making him budge, not even his son. But I realized in the saying is, you never know what you got till it's gone, right? So I felt like at a point where something basically happened with his son, where it caused him to really really spiral. And I think it was, which was so beautiful. You look at one of the scenes between me and Rasan, where he got me out of what I was going through. And the first thing I do, my character is, I black out on him. Like, you can't judge me. You get what I'm saying? If you seen that.
I saw that.
Not realizing
Okay.
that he's just ready to kill himself.
And getting in the car.
Right.
Exactly.
I know.
Not real. We don't know that.
Right.
I didn't. My character not knowing what he's going through. I'm just snapping because like you ain't been there for me. But it's just like I at times haven't even been a friend to him. So sometimes it's not always about receiving. It's about giving too. And despite him ready to end his life, it was like he still was there for his friend to help him off of the ledge. You get what I mean?
You were yelling at him. Why wasn't he there for you?
Yes.
I know.
Not even realizing that he broken
That's
and he was
right.
dealing with his own thing.
That's right.
So
Let Rashawn. Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Okay, the way you grew up. I mean, do you find that there are some factors that help you play this role so amazingly?
There is. In a way, I would kind of switch the my father being a preacher, but my mother is heavily into the church, so she kind of made me stay in the books on that and attend church, before I was an adult. So that kind of like, I guess, set the pace.
Okay.
I was saying, and as far as in being a rebel and everything, trying to get out of that feeling, that's kind of how I am. Well, how I was during that time, graduating and then wanted to do something different and listen to certain music and go certain places. You know what I mean? So to me, my past experience did kind of help me to challenge and create part of the scenes from Bashir, I would say.
that's so good.
Wow.
That's good. So
What about Frederica?
oh yeah, Fred.
We have to make her talk.
Right, she's
They got
shy, you
Frederica.
guys.
What was the question?
The way you grew up, did that aid in your character?
Yeah, I guess in some ways it aided, cause I can just sit back and relate to how certain things that surrounded me when I was growing up, connects with my character, and so not many, but little pieces here and there concerning my character anyway.
Right. Absolutely. What I wanted to ask. So for many people that don't know, Frederica is also a writer. And she's many things. A writer, a poet, a actress, everything. A couple of people, we have this video on our Facebook page where Frederica is like rapping. So
I got her to rap to me, remember?
You got her to rap.
Do you think she'll do it here?
I hope so.
Listen,
I hope-
don't tell her I'm telling you to ask her, but ask her.
So, oh, goodness. Yeah, so she has this beautiful. One day we was just, let me tell you how this story came about. So one day we was just sitting there at the mall in the parking lot. We was waiting for Rasan. He was, I think he was going to get an outfit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to go to outfit. So we was just sitting there waiting 100 hours now. I'm playing. But we sitting there. So we were just like, just sitting there, just talking and just, wasting time. And then Fajik was just telling me that she had wrote something for her mother. And I thought it was beautiful. It's just basically a song that, well, do you want to talk about the song a little bit? I'm
Tell
sorry.
us, Frederica, tell
Like,
us.
I'm about to
Tell
talk
us
for
a
you. I'm
little
sorry.
bit
Can you
about
tell
it.
us about the
I
song?
would love to hear about that.
And I would love for you,
Yeah, maybe if she could sing it.
Maybe she could rap it.
The song, just basically about my mother, and how strong she is. She went through a lot of stuff in her life. We actually all were adopted. So But she got us back, and she got every last one of her children back. So I always respected that about her. I always thought she was like one of the strongest people in the world to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just wrote a song about
Oh,
her.
shout out to Aunt Cheryl.
So-
we love you.
I love you,
So,
Mom.
can we hear this?
Sure.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Let's do
Fred,
it.
Fred.
Let's do it.
Well, I don't, I know.
She don't have the instrumental, so
But it
everybody out
doesn't
there,
matter.
if you
We
don't
don't
know,
need it because we
Right.
heard. I heard her voice,
Mhm.
and she doesn't need instruments.
So one thing before she rap, I want to say, the instrumental, if anybody that does know, is an artist by the name of Tupac Shakur, and he has a song called "Dear Mama" that he wrote because his mom, I guess, had him while she was in jail. So that's where the instrumental was about.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, let's hear it, baby.
So go. This song right here is for my mama. Been a long time coming, but you know that I got you. Strong woman, been through all types of drama, but you came out on top. There's nobody here like you. Truth be told, you got a heart full of gold, helping everyone out who was left in the cold. God bless your soul. We watched your life unfold as you struggled and you fought, but you made it down the road. We thank God for blessing us on this side with an angel like you. Yeah, you so divine. You really came in at the right time. God knew we need you. You're the reason that I write this rhyme. No words can explain what you mean to me. Gave tough love and told me how life would be. I didn't always like it when you screamed at me, but I knew you loved me always and endlessly. And I appreciate all that you did for me. Held my hand when life got too much for me. When I was wrong, took steps to correct me. You made, shape, and mold me to be the woman I should be. I appreciate all that you did for me. Yeah, you're a true gift, and there's no way I could pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You are appreciated.
Yeah. Woo, 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 woo.
Whoa.
So beautiful.
So your mom's heard this.
Yeah.
Did she
Yes.
cry?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know she heard it. I didn't know that. So wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I did it for a couple years ago on Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's
So that's an
beautiful.
old song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't know that.
So
That's
then
what's up.
I have something to say about that because that's where your motivation comes from then, for you to be able to play that role. There had to be something. That's why I was asking you, okay? Because for you to say, okay, or I want to play that role, not this one. There had
Right,
to
right,
be
right,
something. And you were trying to feel your mom's pain. Your mom may not have lost a baby at birth, but you wanted to put yourself in your mom's place and feel her pain. And that's healing. That's amazing, okay? And it helped you, didn't it?
Yeah.
To feel what she went through, to understand.
Right.
That's beautiful, girl.
Thank you.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Shout out to Frederica. That's why I always tell her like she's super talented and she just got to keep going.
Exactly.
Right? All that
And
talent
that was
just
the
sitting
thing I
up.
was saying about expressing your talents to your family, and you did it for your mom, and she probably like, go ahead, you can rap all you want. You sound real good.
You see?
Exactly. I got a chance to show it. I mean, my stepfather got a chance to see it. I was telling Frederica this weekend, and he was just like, oh my, like she just like, she's so talented. You get what I mean? So she just gotta always tell her, just keep going, keep writing, and just keep going. So I just hope that she continue to do it, and hopefully I could get in there and spit a rhyme or two. She gotta write something with me. Or
Well,
write a
I'm
hook.
starting to, accept that more. Starting to write more. Actually, me and my sister got a book coming out of poems. Yeah, we
Yes.
working on it now. Shout out to my sister Naima. It's called Wilson Sister Speaks. So we working on that right now.
That's beautiful.
That's fun.
I'm impressed. You're so quiet. So let me ask you about that. So you're shy, you're a little quiet, right? But yet, look at what comes out of you. And look at what you're capable of doing.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
everything that's inside of you that you want to yell and scream, you do it in such a talented way, right? That's so beautiful.
That is so beautiful. So what do you think that we could look forward to in an what do you guys think the viewers, everybody out there, what do you think they could already going to get from one, I say sum up what do you think about Summer, and tell me what do you think we could look forward to, you think, in the next season from Summer?
Yep.
I think Summer story is interesting. The Summer is very broken. So
In what ways you think?
just in every way imaginable. She's been, hurt. She's experienced loss. Just
Great loss.
everything, everywhere possible. She's been broken, and you kind of hate the lover, kind of,
Right.
because it's like, why is she so? But then you see,
Right.
with everything she going through.
Right. And that one thing, not to stop you, but I just think about how when people, like, you have something good when people, like, stopping me at work and be like, I don't like that summer girl. I don't like her.
It's great.
You get
No,
what I'm
that's
saying?
great.
Like, people telling me I don't like her, and I'm just like,
That's good though. That's
okay.
Well,
And then
I was the enemy until they did what they did. So now people love me.
and then you see the different type of things that she go through, and then you just like, oh, okay. And that's really
We
what
love
this-
her now.
But
Now
she's
we-
like the epitome of hurt people.
Yes.
Because she's been hurt, and that's all she learns to dish out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Can you, before you go to season 2, tell me what do you think she was feeling in that scene in episode 3, where she found out about some basically some infidelity, like when she was holding her chest, like that moment, like because a cousin of mine, she said she seen a scene and it literally broke her heart because she remembered what it was like, and a situation happened with her best friend and I think her husband or something, where she was like, when I watched that scene, it broke my heart. It took me back. So
Me too.
what would you say to somebody out there who's just going through it, who literally feel like it's over, the person that they may been with for all of these years, and they don't see it, like they don't see no way out, and they ready to give up or whatever? Like, what would you tell somebody that's going through what Summer went through, like in that type of situation?
I mean, for me personally, if it was that easy for you to go astray, you was really never mine anyway. I'm not gonna hold on to you, and it's easier said than done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I won't want to hold on to you knowing that you could sit here and say you love me and all this and turn around and cheat on me, not with just anybody, but with somebody I call my best friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I would say whatever you can try to do. If you feel like you can walk away, then walk away. But some people feel like they want to stay.
Why do you think that though? Why do you think people stay in toxic relationships?
I don't know, man.
I can answer that. People stay in toxic relationships for a few reasons. Sometimes that's all they know. They were abused as a child. They saw their mom being abused. They saw it. So they don't know how dysfunctional that really is, and they don't even know how to break out of it or survive in a functional relationship.
That's true.
So that becomes their comfort zone.
That's true.
And it's very sad.
Right.
But we talk about that all the time. Like today, my grandmother, great grandmother, that was a different time back then. There wasn't, they had no money, they had no jobs, they had all these kids, right? They had to depend on the husband, whether he was abusive or not.
Right.
But today, out there, guys, listen carefully. You do not have to stay in an abusive relationship at all. Not today. There's a lot out there. If anybody out there needs help, you can get in touch with me. We will, give you answers, get you resources, okay? Nobody has to stay in a relationship at all where they're being abused. Not today, guys.
Yes. Episode 5, it was revealed that she had some type of, some type of sickness. Tell me, what did it take for you to get through that scene? Because it was so powerful. My friend, by the way, who's dealing with that type of illness, she said when she saw that scene as well, she really cried. So shout out to you for delivering it. So what was you going through when you did that scene? So many powerful scenes, by the way.
Again, I couldn't, personally, relate to it, so I just tried to study it a little bit, and read on, what people go through that have the disease. I know a couple people that have passed from it, so it's really, it's not a, it's not a good thing to have to go through, and especially a lot of times, sadly, when people get sick, it's kind of like the support kind of dwindles, and I don't think it's intentional, but I think like people may be looking on the outside and like, wow, how can I help you? You know what I mean?
And they're afraid. They're
Yeah.
afraid to approach you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because they don't. Because a lot of times the person that's sick don't want a pity party. You know what I'm saying? So it's so for that scene, I just tried to pull from other people's experiences. Yeah, that's all.
You did a great job, by the way.
Absolutely
where's-
amazing job.
Where Summer left off, she had to make a decision. Can you tell them kind of what the decision was? Her decision while she was on the couch, and she had to make a decision, you know, whether she was going to take care of herself or stay with Bashir. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, she decided to leave Bashir like she does in every other scene.
Okay, wait. I'm not kidding you. I was just thinking, but she did it 5 times.
Right.
right. But this time it was like, okay, for
Yeah.
real, right?
Right. I think the infidelity was just the last
The
straw,
icing
because
on the cake.
Somebody in her situation, growing up or coming up how she did in the series, kind of like she never really could depend on nobody anyway. So she was always a loner. So sometimes you look for ways to push people away.
Right.
And so in a way she was pushing them away, but she didn't want to push them away. You get what I'm saying? So when that happened, it's like, hey, you done proved me wrong too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she just went back to what she knew. She reverted back to what she knew, and that's being alone.
Wow. So where do you think Summer is going to be in season 2? Like, what can you tell us?
She's gonna be hurt, and she's gonna hurt people. Like she's gonna be.
She goes from being hurt and sad and alone to
to
fighting
now,
back.
right? And to now, like,
I'm
not
scared of you now.
to not caring. Like she knows how to play. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And
boy.
have people think because of what she's going through.
Yes.
She's this weak person, but she's not. You know what I'm saying?
So
So are you? So
are you getting afraid of her?
A little bit.
right? That season 2 is gonna be on fire. So what can you sum up like with season 1? Like, what was some of your, I don't know, like what was it like just for you, just being on set, like just with friends and just getting to new people? What was that experience for you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I thought you was
No,
talking
for you,
about
for
Fred.
you.
Oh, sorry. What was the question? I really thought
So
you was talking
basically,
about
what
Fred.
was it like being on set? What was your experience like just getting to know new people, you didn't know us, and just doing something that literally nobody's in the city of Trenton has done? So what was like for us to basically be innovators? Because now other people are doing it in the city of Trenton, which is great.
Right. I would say again, I took a leap of faith. And at my age right now, it's kind of like if you're gonna do it, do it.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay, wow.
So you just gotta do it, and
Either do it, right?
right, or
That's
go
it.
home about
That's
it,
right,
and
baby.
you already signed up for it,
Right.
and it was for a good
That's
cause.
right.
You know what I mean? And it was something like I'm already home watching movies all the time anyway. So why not get out and do something that
something,
you look
Yeah.
at? Sometimes it's literally right in front of your face.
And you can watch you now.
Right, I look at
Hey, hurt people. All right, so what would you say to the people that's out there they just want to please everybody? What would you tell that person? Because Bashir is a people pleaser. He want everybody to be happy. So what would you tell somebody out there that's just like, I just want to please this friend and that friend, and I want to please that person, but never finds time to really please themselves?
I would definitely say just do what you can do. I wouldn't take it so personal. I would say as far as in if you can't please everyone, because that's taking time away from yourself actually. If you're not gonna
Amen.
look at yourself in the mirror, that it's a reflection on yourself sometimes.
Question: How important was it? Do you feel for Bashir to finally decide to stand up to his father? Like, how important was it for the viewers to see that?
It's
That
very
was some
important.
scene, guys.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Right. How important?
it's very
was
important
that?
because if you don't you're gonna be stuck. And sometimes you gotta push the envelope. You gotta push what you feel for your personal self, because you're the only one that's gonna go to sleep by yourself at night. You know what I mean? You sleep with your friend, whatever. But you're your own person. You was born alone. You're gonna leave alone. So I feel like if you feel uncomfortable in your own skin, you have to do something about it. And if it has to do with coming across some family members, then it's best to do it polite. But at the same time, you gotta do for yourself.
I have a question for you. So I saw that scene,
Hmm.
and it blew me away.
Wow.
It blew me away because something happened with people that I know where the son left after a scene, something like that, and he went and killed himself. And
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
happened here about it less than a year ago in this town
Wow.
with a family member because the son was gay.
Wow.
Confronted his father. His father said, "You're no longer my son." And the kid did go and kill himself.
Wow.
So that scene just blew me away. In the next episode, does anything change there?
Um,
Oh, in the next season.
The
you
next
said?
season, I
Oh.
mean. In the
It's-
next season.
it's definitely changing. It's just a sign of him getting to know himself and being comfortable. And and he's also, since that he went through something, there's also another person that he can help that person with also. So you know what I mean? Like the struggle that he went through on coming out and being himself, he's able to put that experience and give it to another person and help the other person see a different light of the situation.
But does the father have any change at all?
You gotta stay tuned.
I know, but I
Gotta
mean,
stay
even a
tuned.
speck?
You gotta stay tuned.
Oh, wow.
You gotta stay tuned.
It's unbelievable,
You gotta
guys.
stay tuned. Right? They gotta stay tuned, right, you guys?
Yes, they-
You gotta stay tuned.
Oh.
How important was it, do you think, for Bashir just to have that relationship with his father? Because sometimes, even if the one parent that you have might not be supportive, sometimes you still cling to that parent because you feel like the other parent isn't there. So even if they aren't as supportive as you may like, it's just like, well, this is all I got. This is all I know. So how do you feel? How important was it for him to have that relationship and for him to be accepted? Because like you said, that to me, that just broke, like, that's heartbreaking. And for Bashir to decide, you know what, this is what it is. I'm going to talk to you. And remember the scene, he was just like, I was just ready to kill myself and you won't accept me?
That was
Right.
It's
unbelievable
time for
to me.
to realize that
Exactly.
maybe for me to continue to move on, like, you
I
know?
agree. I mean, sometimes, like I said, you got to do what you have to do. And at the end of the day, some people in the world, because you can't be selfish, do not already have their parents. So it's already like a bad struggle for some people to already not have their parents. So you got to take your own leap,
Listen,
you know?
your crew is amazing. Your
Yeah.
crew is amazing. I mean, just listening to them talk.
Right.
That's why
Shout out to
you
you
guys
guys.
make this series so beautiful and real and true and amazing and heartfelt.
Right. It's so heartfelt because
Oh.
we're going through real life and real situations. Let me just say that I appreciate Bashir and Amari's bond. You get what I'm saying? I think it was so important for me to show that, like, brotherhood,
Mm.
where we
Yeah.
wasn't kicking each other back in.
He was.
That what I love about Amari and Bashir, it's like, I think it's so weird because people who don't know me, they ask me like, "Are y'all really best friends? Are y'all really?" You get what I'm saying? And it's just because I guess the characters is so believable. So I feel like how important do you think it is to just be a good friend?
Wait, I have to give a shout out to someone. This is important, guys.
Okay.
Tamira Bond is watching. She's a beautiful lady. I've never met her in person. She approached me on Facebook a couple years ago. She too has lost a child, and we're so sorry about that. I think he was a teenager, if I'm not mistaken, but she lost a child, and she just said that she loves this show.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
Okay. So Tamira, these young people are amazing, and Her People, the series is really beautiful.
Yes.
Love you,
Sorry about
Tamara.
your loss.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, I wanted to show that brotherhood. How important was it for us to show episode 4?
Mm.
How important was that? The scene with Keanu Archie. How important was that for us to show that? Y'all feel like?
I think it was
Frederica, what do you think?
Um, I think it was important. Like nowadays you don't really see that. You see the you know, the backstabbing. You know, I, I want to say you see like the Scar Mufasa type relationships going on. So it shows that brotherhood is still real. Brotherhood is still possible. You know what I mean? Everything don't have to be, and even with what they were doing, you know what I'm saying? If
Right.
they was wrong, they was 100%
They
wrong
was
together.
wrong together.
You know what I mean? So I just think it was
Right.
beautiful that you know, that you touched on that.
Thank you. How
always
can you
needed.
tell them how emotional it was for you to watch it? Because
Oh
that was
my
your
gosh.
baby.
So for those of you who don't know, Kenyon Wilson, that is my son. So I was at Richard's house one night, and I watched the scene, and I just
Yeah, episode 4.
episode 4, and I just broke down. Was it Black Men Are Extinct?
No, not that one. Before that episode with Kayon. I guess we could talk about the season.
Yes.
Is out, so just
That
talk
was
about
so
it.
sad.
Okay, yes. So that was my son that got in real life that got killed in the
Well, in real life, he didn't.
No,
No,
not
guys.
in real
Son
life,
in
no,
real
It's
no,
her
no.
son in real life who played the actor, the role.
Yes.
Yes,
got
yes,
killed.
yes.
The
So,
young boy.
And it just hit home because that's what's happening. And you know, they try to put out these things and what you should do if you get pulled over, but as you can see, it doesn't matter. You can
Right.
have your hands up, you can be on your knees, you can be not a threat at all, and still end up
Yeah.
killed by the hands, you know, of the people that's supposed to protect us. And I'm not saying all of them are crooked, but it's enough of them, and they're getting off, so they think it's okay. We can have a field day with this.
Right.
Well, when I saw that scene, I was crying.
Yeah, I cried
And
too.
You
at
got-
first, no, I wasn't. At first, I thought it was your son.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they killed him, mom, he's gone. Right? You were
Oh.
crying to your mother.
Yes.
Okay, I got so confused, but what a heartbreaking scene.
Yes. Very, very heartbreaking. And what did you think about the Black Men Are Extinct episode? The dedication to Trayvon Martin and all the, what did y'all think about that?
I definitely think it was needed for viewers to see. You know, now it's not a lot going on. Well, as far as on the news and everything, they're not putting it out there, but it is good to see. You know, even the children, to see another child play that, so that can kind of get them to really understand, instead of it being, on the news or this and that third. But if there's another child playing it, another child will definitely take action a little bit better than it's being on the actual news station. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Right.
difference when you see another child like you,
That's
Right.
right.
your age, going through it and trying to show other children also. So I think that it's a good way to take action.
Right. And I think it sparks conversation too, like with a
Yeah.
parent and a mother. And if you watch this series, if you watch episode 4, it's called When I Cry, You Cry. If a mother watches that series, especially a African American child, you could have them watching, and it could be questions, and you could let them know, hey, when this happens, then this is what you need to do if that happens. So it was just so important for us to show that, because whether we want to believe it or not, it happens where we come from all the time. It happens around the U.S. all the time. And I almost didn't do the scene. It wasn't actually written in the script.
I love the scene though, but it was
So,
heartbreaking.
right. It was just something where it was just like, I need to do it, like
You need
just,
to do whatever it is you need to do, kiddo.
Right. And I just said, you know what? People are going to say things. And I was like, you know
Oh,
what?
well.
I need to do it.
That's
And
right.
and I did it. And that to me, it probably, it's certain scenes that was powerful. So that was definitely that for me. Tell me, what was your favorite scene to either watch or your favorite scene to play in? What's on?
Favorite scene. Again, I would say it was with Frederica in the beginning.
Really?
It was
I didn't know
Summer.
that. Out of all.
All of them. I mean,
Wow.
because it's not the fact that it was like the more exciting or anything like that, but the build up to get to that first episode was great. That was when I was getting to know Frederick. And I
Right.
was getting to know you. You know what I
Right,
mean? And we
right.
would always have little sleepovers, and then we,
You finally did.
and
it, yeah.
and record ourselves or practice. You know what I mean? So I didn't have that with the rest of the cast members like that. We did, but it was different because Fred she lived up the street from me, so it was kind of. I'm like, okay, well, I got some more friends in the neighborhood,
That's
you know,
what's
because
up.
I didn't really have too much friends where I live at now. So, you know, I definitely like that one better. And then it flowed real
It
good.
did. Y'all did so good.
flowed
And
real
it was
good.
snowing, remember?
And it was snowing.
And people don't know behind the scenes why they did so good. It was like 100 of us in the back. Like everybody was, like the whole cast was on set that day. But you won't know. That's why I said Fred and Rasan did such a good job because they were the first scene. That's the first scene we shot at the whole series. And can you
Yeah.
imagine the whole cast, the camera crew, everybody in the back, and we all watching, and it's like the pressure is on. You get what I mean? And we on set for hours, and we didn't know we was gonna be here all this time. You know,
Right.
so it was a new experience. Fred, what was either your favorite scene to watch or your favorite episode to be in?
My favorite scene was our first favorite scene was with you. When you what was it? You got in an argument with your mom.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
got
episode 2.
yeah, and you ran out.
Episode 4.
Yeah,
When he was
yeah,
drinking, he was
I
Oh,
like
because
the-
you were drinking.
I was drinking, and
I
think
like the emotion in
the
it.
emotion.
I like the
When I said
emotion.
what was it? I just wanted you to be there
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. Because you know, people go through that, and your parent, they just think they doing the best that they can. They just trying to provide, so they not looking at it like, okay, it's still leaving the void.
Right.
You know what I mean? And as kids, not most of the times we don't go to our parents and really tell them how we feel. We just we just hold it in. So a lot of times you might get that type of conversation as your child gets older, but when it's younger, it just building. So when you get there, it's like a breaking point. So I
Right.
just felt like that was like one of my favorite scenes. Another one, anything this man did. Like when I first seen him on camera, I'm like, yo. I used to text him.
Oh my
I used to
goodness.
text him like, yo, you killed it. He's like, nah, no, like,
Yo,
no, like,
Yeah, I
you
didn't
killed
really
it.
see
But Fred,
anything,
Kim, you know the inside joke, right? Like when we first
Yeah.
started, we was like, oh
When
no.
we first
they is
started, we
not gonna
like, yo,
believe us.
we
It was just,
we
yeah.
like, yo, he is terrible.
It was
that
bad,
camera,
right?
That
It was
camera
just-
came on, and we was like, yo.
But no, we had a heated
Yes.
argument. We had a heated argument. One of the sleepovers, you know, us practicing. I was like, watch. You
Well,
doubt me
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Watch.
Right, I was just
I'm
like,
walking
oh
out this
God,
house,
he not
but
gonna
watch
be
when the
there.
cameras turn
Yeah,
on.
but I didn't
You're
doubt
gonna
him
see
openly.
something different.
I didn't doubt. I didn't doubt him
The
openly.
pressure.
You know, but when he first came and we all ready and everybody's ready, and when he did it, everybody looking around like, oh no, this is not gonna work. And he just proved
Everybody
wrong.
I'm talking about Edge. and
all
T.
of us. He
When-
just
when
proved
he-
us all
when
wrong.
that
Camera
started-
turned on, he really turned into Brashear. He really turned into somebody
So
different.
I got to let everybody know out there. So we've got a few more minutes, but we're coming to the close of the show. I usually say that about now because this is not an hour and a half tonight. It's
Okay.
different on Thursday. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have the three of you say something again. We'll start with you, Rashir, and tell everybody what you want them to know about you and this series.
What I want them to know about the
Yes,
series?
what you want them to get out of what you're doing and why.
I want them to get out of the series that something to grow from, something to learn. You know what I mean? Everyone is going through something, and if your issue doesn't relate, I'm pretty sure you know someone that is relating to this, and it's to even though it's a little sad, but it's still to open your eyes up and really see what's going on around the world, and also what takes from the actors to really put it out there like that. I would say just take the message.
So you just said around the world. Paul Mack is watching from Australia, guys. He has a radio
yeah.
station in
Paul.
Australia, and he just said hello. Okay, Paul
Yeah,
Mack.
Paul.
Mwah. Okay, how about that? All right, Frederica, sweetie, what about you?
From what I want them to get from the
Yes.
series is more of like anybody looking to make their dreams come reality. I would just say look at us and what we did, and just know that it's possible.
Right.
You can start with an idea. You can start scared. I'm talking to myself.
Myself too.
Right.
You can start scared. You always miss what they say. You always miss 99% of the shots you don't take or something like that. So just take your shot. If you believe in your heart that you can do it, you can do it. And it don't matter what nobody else say. And also when you're doing stuff like this, you can't be a people pleaser because you will always be so worried about what other people say that you'll hinder yourself.
Exactly.
You'll sabotage yourself. So I would just say whoever out there that got any dreams, whatever you want to do, whatever you can put your mind to, you can do it. Look at us, we did it.
We done it. Yes.
For a quiet little lady over there,
She
huh?
talking now.
Okay.
Out talking me.
Okay, yes. So, the man of the hour, who started this series.
Yes.
Listen, Ricardo, you know how I feel about you, right? I just love you, man. And these two, forget it. Okay, forget about it. Forget about it. What do you want people to get out of your series?
I think I want people to. It's just so many different things. I just want to say one real quick thing about one of my series, how my character decided to go to rehab. That was very important for me to show that.
Beautiful.
I want people to get healing. You know, I want people to understand that it's okay to be hurt. It's okay that you fell. It's okay you made a mistake, whatever that mistake is. It's okay that you down right now. If you lost your job, if you lost a child, if you know, that you messed up. That is okay to get back up and be like, you know what, I'm gonna take, like First Street could say, I'm gonna take my shot again. You know, it's not how many mistakes you make, it's that you get up from the fall. You know, it's not how many times you fall, it's that you get up. And I want people to realize that that it's possible. You know, whatever situation you in, you can always get out of it. You know, just have faith. You know, and pray. Really pray. And that's something I'm saying to myself. Like, I have those moments where I'm like, I gotta pray. You feel me? Like, you know, where I'm weary and I doubt too. I have my moments too, but I just realized, you know what, God, I gotta have, you know, me and you time. So pray. Don't never get it twisted. Like, prayer is powerful. So sometimes you just gotta pray. Like, you know, and that's if anything. And I want God to be pleased at what we doing. You get what I mean? And yeah, healing. And I want conversations to happen. Next season, we talk about rape, molestation, all of that.
Beautiful.
And I want people, and there's people in my family that I know it's happened to, and it's like nobody wants to talk about it. We talk about mental illness. I want people to be healed. I want people to know it's okay, certain things that happen. And if certain things that happen is not okay, but it's time to get healing, and it's time for you to be free, and it's time for you to be happy. So that's what I want. Yes, we would love to be on Netflix. Yes, we would love to be sitting next to Jay-Z and Beyonce, all of that. But holistically, like, ideally, we want people to heal.
So I want to tell you who else is watching. Troy Alexander, we're going to give you a shout out. Thank you for watching these amazing young people. He has a show
Thank
on
you.
Hamilton Radio about motivation. That's what he's all about. So if you want to check him out, give him your name.
My name is Ricardo Rashad.
Okay, Troy Alexander, you guys might want to hook up. You might be another guest guy.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Yes.
So, all right, I want to close the show out, and I want to say a few things. Everything that you've heard on this show tonight from these young people even blew me away. I'm going to tell you, you guys are unbelievable. I saw the series, and I think it's incredible. It's heartbreaking, but it's real, and it can heal.
Yes.
It can absolutely heal, because guys, listen, you can't heal without the pain.
Right.
Okay, you can't. It's impossible. So if you go through life thinking everything's fine and everything's great, things are never perfect, and things aren't always fine, and things are not always great. But if you have a positive attitude, I try to live my life like this, and if you give it to God, I try to live my life like that, you can heal. But you have to come to a place of acceptance first, and you have to come to a place where you acknowledge your pain.
Right.
Because until you can acknowledge your pain, guys, and bring it out, you're not going to be able to heal.
Right.
So, what I'm hoping, and a friend of mine, Antonia, who's an amazing young woman as well, we're hoping that we can convince this guy here to write just one episode for us.
Right.
Heal people, right?
Wow. Yes.
Because what's happening with you guys, hurt people, but you're also healing.
Right.
So it's not just about hurt people.
Right.
You're also bringing awareness to once you've been hurt and once you heal, now you can heal people, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't even know what else to say except everybody out there, please do me a personal favor. If I've touched your lives in any way with our show here, Geri Petito Show on Hamilton Radio, if I've touched your lives in any way, even with my silly, funny posts, anything, do me a favor and watch their series,
Yeah,
please.
please watch it, you guys.
Please watch
We
their
really want to do a
series.
season
And
2, so
subscribe.
please
And
subscribe and share.
Share,
Please.
please, guys,
And we're gonna have a
and let me
GoFundMe.
know.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have an Indigo coming soon.
Okay.
And GoFundMe, because
Okay.
we really want season 2 to be bigger and better.
Okay.
And season 1 just came out of my pocket, all the money, so I'm a little broke. So if you guys can help with
Yeah.
$1, $2, or anything, it would definitely help.
It would be
Even would help
amazing.
them eating, on set.
So, guys, you heard it. So, listen, as a personal favor to me, I'm asking, please subscribe, watch their series. Maybe you can help a little bit with, with their GoFundMe, anything.
Yes.
We got to get the word out for
Yes,
these guys,
yes,
okay?
Yes.
So, one more time, everybody, tell everybody your names.
I am Rasan Knock.
I'm Federica Wilson.
And I'm Ricardo Rashad.
And the series is,
Hurt people, bitter and broken.
okay, guys. Thank you, everybody out there who's watched the show. Please share this show tonight as well. Get this word out for these young people.
Yes.
All right, Monk is in the house. Everybody, Monk is also an owner of Hamilton Radio, and he has a show
All right.
on Hamilton Radio as well. Okay, so give a shout out to Monk. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching Geri Petito Show, HamiltonRadio.net. Good night.
Night.